this does look like brinkmanship. What struck me was the fact that it's come less than 24 hours before the deadline. So it's very interesting that he made this announcement 24 hours before his own self-imposed 31st July deadline. And that's what I think makes it so clear that this is a pressure tactic. My reckoning is in the next couple of months, India and America will crack a deal. We will end up, I strongly suspect India will end up with tariffs better than the 25% angle. I think Parag Bhai mentioned the Russia angle, and it's pretty clear that Trump is using this as a way to browbeat India into reducing its purchase of Russian oil. I'm not so sure that will succeed. I think India quite rightly buys Russian oil because it's cheaper than the stuff available from elsewhere in the world. So it's not something we'll do a lot of trading around. If some of the companies that we like, for example, Divi's Lab has been a big holding for many years. If that comes off dramatically, we'll buy some more of it. But I don't see anybody in the right mind deciding to sell high quality names like Divi's Lab on the back of this. In any case, I think IT, pharma, electronics, I think will be exempt. Even if this 25% tariff were to go through, it's high chances that the three big Indian exports to America, pharma, electronics, and IT will be completely exempt from this. So you're largely focusing on small pockets of pain such as textiles and auto. And whilst we have some exposure there, for example, we are shareholders in Sona Comstar. Again, if Sona Comstar comes off dramatically on the back of an announcement like today, we'll think of buying. So it's not a sell trigger for us by any stretch of the imagination. It's par for the course. We've all got accustomed to this. In fact, our global compounder strategy actively looks to buy on the back of the American president's tariff threats. We bought heavily through April when Liberation Day was announced. American stocks came off. We bought American stocks heavily through April and are sitting pretty on those gains through May, June, July. So Taco, Trump always chickens out as a well-established trade in America. I suspect will soon become a well-established trade in India.
Saurabh, hi, good morning. Yes, this is a lot of, I would say fun in heavily quoted terms for financial journalists because Trump is keeping us on our toes. What's on this buy list? What's on this tariff hit buy list? Would any of them, for example, textile companies make it to that list? Would it be pharma companies? What do you think is the right way to make the most of what could end up being a taco trade?
So look, I think it is very clear that America needs India on two fronts, right? America needs India to reduce its dependence on China for electronics, Apple being the star play there. And America needs India to reduce its dependence on China for active pharmaceutical ingredients. Remember, China still supplies 70-80% of America's API. India supplies the remaining 20-30%. So America clearly wants to diversify away from China in those two areas. It's not evident to me that countries like Vietnam are beyond a point credible alternatives to India, right? So there is a big China plus one trade there. America knows that. America knows that India wants to step into China's big shoes in electronics and pharma/API, and therefore they are leveraging that to say let American agricultural produce and dairy and poultry produce into India, and that's where, as we all know, is the stumbling block. So my reading is there will be a deal that will get done over the next couple of months, and therefore we are resolutely positioned in companies that can play the pharma API play. So Divi's Lab is a big holding for us. In our small cap portfolios, we also have a company which used to be called Ami Organics. It's now called Acuitas. I don't quite know how to pronounce it. ACUTAS. So in our small cap portfolio, we have that. The electronics piece, we have not yet been able to make purchases, right? Clearly, Dixon's is the star play there, but it's eluded us. It's an electronic manufacturing services play has eluded us. We continue to do more work, and if courtesy Mr. Trump, the EMS plays become cheaper, if Dixon tanks, then so much the better. We will think of looking at EMS. There's plenty of good companies in that space. We'll think of looking at buying one. But these are two big trades. I think they will become big parts of the Indian market, EMS and API. These will become big parts of the Indian market in the years to come. And I think the trade deal will eventually get done.